Hey everyone, how you doing? It's Craig Campbell from Pastor Craig's Vintage Cards, and boy, I'm glad to be back preaching. I had my first service last week, and ready to go for the second service this coming Sunday. And it's kind of nice to be back in the pulpit. It's nice to be engaged again, and I appreciate some of the comments that I received from some of you fellows, and well wishes and prayers, and I really do thank you. And I'm just really looking forward to seeing what the Lord has in store for us at Paradise Community Church. And we're looking to reestablish the church and to get it growing. And we're off to a good start. And we're just praying for the Lord to be with us in that matter. And but I want to talk a little bit about baseball cards. And this video, I plan to post it 50 days out from Strongsville. And I'm excited again. This last year of 2025 has been a really difficult year, and it's been difficult, and we've turned the page. We're in 26, and we're just looking for some better things. And I just really am kind of re-energized again with cards, and I'm hoping that this year in 26 will be a year where I can do a little bit of buying and just enjoy what I have. And so I was looking at my favorite 1960s baseball set, and I've been working on a Hall of Fame run for that. And really, I haven't bought any cards for that set since Strongsville. That was the last time I purchased any cards of any note, and was in Strongsville. So I'm making a list and trying to figure out what I can do, and trying to make a plan for Strongsville. I keep saying Strongsville. It's hard to say that. For independence. And I imagine that many of you will be doing the same thing. But whatever it's going to be a fun show, and I'm looking forward to being there for at least one day. And I'm hoping to be there Friday and part of Saturday. That's really my game plan. But I'm going to pause this. I'm going to turn around and show you the cards I do have for the 1965 Hall of Fame run, and maybe talk about some of the cards I'm looking to pick up at Strongsville to get this set near completion. I've got a ways to go, as you'll see, but I do have some nice cards to show, and I'm really happy with them. I love the 1965s, so stand by. Okay, here we go. This is one of my favorite cards. I don't plan on really getting all the league leaders, but this is one of my favorite cards. I just love the blue with the Dodger blue and that yellow pennant. Koufax and Drysdale, just a beautiful, beautiful card. What a way to start off the 65s, in my opinion. You didn't hear that. Next up, Robin Roberts. He looks kind of odd in this Orioles uniform. I always picture him as a Philly. And this is nearing the end of Robin's career. Just a great pitcher. The Joe Morgan rookie card with the Colt 45s. I bought this last year at Strongsville. Beautiful card. Joe Morgan, Sonny Jackson. I had a really hard time finding a Morgan card at a fair price, and I finally did. As you can see, this is a raw card. Trying to find a Jim Bunning graded card is just kind of difficult, to be honest with you. I'm probably going to send this into SGC and just see where it falls on the scale. Not expecting a whole lot, but I really don't want to, go spend 20 or 30 bucks for a Jim Bunning card when I have one right here. So Jim Bunning, great pitcher. Again, often overlooked. Juan Marichal. Just a nice card. Nice picture of him. Jim Cott. Again, I just love these 65s. I love the color matches. I love the The pennants, man, just love it. Bill Mazeroski. Real nice card. Manager Gil Hodges. Washington Senators. One of my all-time favorites, Al Kaline. Beautiful card. Just a fantastic card. Love that Tigers pennant with the logo. Man. Beautiful blue sky. Well, these 65s are just so nice. So nice. The great Brooks Robinson. What a third baseman he was. What a good guy he was. Probably a better person than he was a third baseman, and that is saying an awful, awful lot. Great card. Alrighty. Hank Aaron. Again, going to send this off and have SGC take a look at it. Much better for me to send this in than to go, pay a good buck, especially when I don't have a good buck. I don't have a lot of money to be spending, and I would hate to be. I'd rather spend 15 or 20 bucks to get this graded from SGC than to spend the money to buy a Hank Aaron. It's a nice card. Really nice card. Stretch. Willie McCovey. Boy, what a first baseman he was. Just a great player. That's a nice card. Really a nice card. The Mets, Casey Stengel. Explaining something. Gaylord Perry. Got to see Gaylord Perry pitch a few times there, late 70s. I remember my grandpa always said he's loading her up. He's loading him up. Knew he was throwing a spitball. Oh, Gaylord. This is a nice card. Joe Torre. Really, he's more well known as the Yankees manager, but I'll tell you what, Joe was a heck of a ball player. Very good ball player. I think with St. Louis one year, he might have been MVP, and if he wasn't, I think he might have led the league in hitting or been right at the very top. But that's a nice card. Serious look. Yeah, him and his brother Frank Torrey were both decent players, and this is probably the least favorite card of one Warren Spahn. I know a lot of people talk about him looking like he's in a doctor or in a mental ward or a pharmacist, ice cream man, something, I don't know. But Warren Spahn. Walt Alston. This is one of my favorite Billy Williams cards. Just really, really nice color match with the uniform, and just everything about this is just nice. The pose, the smile. That's a baseball card right there. That's a nice baseball card. Billy Williams. This one here's a raw card. One of my favorite pitchers, Don Drysdale. And again, I'll probably just get this sent into SGC and get it graded, see what it comes out as. There's a little blemish right there, that little dot. And again, I'd rather spend the $15 and go and spend money to buy a Drysdale graded card. White Wilhelm, showing that grip. Great knuckleballer, White Wilhelm. And here's another one that's raw. The chairman of the board, Whitey Ford. And again, I'm better off just sending this in to get graded and than to go spend the money to buy one already graded, in my opinion. Whitey Ford. Orlando Cepeda, Baby Bull. I think I got this at Strongsville. Yes, I did. I made a deal with a guy on about 4 or 5 of the 65s, and I was happy, and he was happy. Hope I can pull off a deal like that again this year. The Killer, Harmon Killebrew. Again, one of those guys, probably a better person than he was a ball player, and he was a great ball player, but Harmon Killebrew was, he was a stand-up guy. Great player, great man. I really like this card, Louis Aparicio. I just like the gray and the orange and then that hat. It just works for my eyes, for my mind, the way that I see things. Great card. Louis Aparicio. This is one of those cards kind of hard to find graded. Al Lopez. You know, to find these manager cards, and they're tough to find sometimes graded. And, Al Lopez. Phil Necro. Phil was a pretty good player. And this one here, the Steve Carlton rookie. Steve Carlton was one of my favorite pitchers. I really just liked watching him pitch. He was so good. Wasn't really a Phillies fan, and I really wasn't a National League guy, but the Phillies were so good in the 70s. They were on TV a lot. And Steve Carlton was the anchor of that staff. Great card. Nellie Fox. Second baseman and a coach. The great Nellie Fox. All those years with the White Sox. He went to the Astros in '64. Nellie Fox. My man, Eddie Matthews. Just a fantastic card. Love this card. The Palm Tree. Spring Training. This is a nice card. This is a nice card. Yes, sirree. Eddie Matthews, a great third baseman. I think he's the second best third baseman behind Mike Schmidt. Ernie Banks. Got this from Rob Baseball Time Traveler at the 2024 National in Cleveland. I think me and Jason, Everyday Card Collector, and Alex Bowman 53, and Rob, we were all sitting upstairs at the YouTube get-together. And Rob was selling some cards, and this Ernie Banks, 1965. Beautiful card. I just wish he was kind of looking at the camera instead of like the sideways face. But it is what it is. Ernie Banks. Jim Hunter, Catfish Hunter. And Johnny Odom, he was a decent pitcher. Renee Lockman made it, and Skip Lockwood. It's kind of odd that all four of these guys actually had decent careers. You know, of course, Catfish is a Hall of Famer, and Blue Moon Odom, Johnny Odom, was a very good pitcher. Renee Lockman stuck around, and Skip Lockwood. I think Lockman ended up being a manager, I believe. But Catfish Hunter. And then my last card is Red Schoendienst. Love the Cardinals cards on this. Lou Brock, Bob Gibson, all them guys. Any Cardinals card, this color match is just like right on. And for these cards. So. And that's what I have for the 65 cards, 1965. Then, of course, the ones I need to get is Ron Santo, Frank Robinson, Roberto Clemente, that's an expensive one. Willie Mays, that's an expensive one. Billy Herman, manager, I got to find one kind of like that Al Lopez, going to be hard to find. Sandy Koufax, he's expensive. Bob Gibson is middle. You know, Tony Oliva's card is a middle card. The Mickey Mantle, that's out of my range. That's not even in my atmosphere currently. Willie Stargell, mid-range. Carl Yastrzemski, mid-range. Richie Allen card, obviously, went up in price. Yogi Berra, a little bit higher than what I want. Lou Brock, and then Tony Perez. And I'm really looking to knock off. I'd really love to get the Perez card. And I just wrote down these numbers in the box. They're just approximate off of VCP. I haven't really studied them too well, but you know, Lou Brock is another card I'd really like to get. I'd like to get a Willie Stargell. I'd really like to pick up maybe the Bob Gibson and the Frank Robinson would be a nice one, Ron Santo. So if I can get a handful of those cards in that middle range at the Independence Show, I'm going to be happy. I'm going to be looking to knock some of these off, and I really do want to get the 65 set taken care of. My favorite set of the 60s, and I was making really, really good progress until 2025 rolled around, and things just really changed in our life in a big way. And I was really doing well with these 65s, but you know, we'll see. I have a lot more life left in me, I hope, and I sure would like to get this set complete. And so that's going to be one of my main goals for the Independence Show. I keep wanting to say strong, but one of my main goals for Independence coming up here in April. And 50 days. 50 days away. I'm officially on the countdown now. So I'm going to start really looking at cards and pricing and hoping to get a good idea on really what I want to, which ones I want to get, and where I'm at on price range. And I'm really hoping to be able to do a combination deal with somebody, pick up a few cards, take some of their inventory off of them, and maybe they can give me a little bit of a price deal. That's kind of what I'm hoping for. So we shall see. Anyways, I'm approaching the 20-minute mark. It's a long time to be talking about 1965s. I hope you've enjoyed looking at these. I sure have. I haven't had them out for a while. It's always fun to pull cards out that you haven't looked at in a while and just kind of enjoy them once again. So many of these guys, like the Harmon Killebrew, I was only 3 years old in 1965, but I remember Harmon early 70s. And to look back at these cards and see these guys like Orlando Cepeda when they're looking fairly young is quite interesting. You know, I don't remember Whitey Ford, a little bit before my time. You know, White Wilhelm, Don Drysdale. You know, and this Billy Williams card, man, I just love that card. That's a beauty. That's a beauty. All right, guys. Well, I hope you've enjoyed this. Thank you for your time. If you stuck with me all the way to the end, thank you, thank you, thank you. And again, I'm looking forward to knocking some of these 65s out in Strongsville, Independence. I hope to see so many of you there. There's going to be a lot of us there, but I'm really looking forward to catching up with everyone. All right, guys, take care. Enjoy this hobby. I hope you have a blessed month coming up, and I'm just really happy to be back preaching again. I feel like I've kind of been a little bit rejuvenated, to be honest with you. So praise the Lord. Take care, everyone. Talk later.